What's happening, people? I hope you're all well. So, what to do when people make no effort with you or little effort with you? It's not as simple as many people would claim. I hear a lot of people saying, oh, if they make no effort with me, I'm going to make no effort with them. But what you're also forgetting is, or what a lot of you may be forgetting, is that you don't know what that person's going through. You don't know what's going on in that person's life necessarily. That person may not have told you everything that is going on in their life. I used to be very rash when I was younger. This person's making no effort with me. I'm going to make no effort with them. Cool. And do you know what? In some instances, that is the right course of action to take, but not necessarily. If someone's going through a really hard time and they don't have the willingness, or they feel that it's too private, or they're embarrassed, or for whatever reason they just don't want to tell you, it may come across that they're making no effort with you, but actually they've got a lot going on in their life. And so I wouldn't be too quick to cut that person off. For me, I would check in on that person. How things been going. I noticed that you haven't been in contact as much as usual. Is everything cool? And if the person says everything is cool, you still don't know, but it's not necessarily time to cut that person off, because you never know. That person might really, really care about you, but they're going through their thing, and you actually might mean a lot to them. If you cut them off, that might make their situation even worse. Sometimes some people just have less to give than others. You might get these people who have got so much energy, and they can go around giving people lots of different support and advice. And some people, it's not that they don't want to make an effort with you. Some people just don't have that vitality about them. Some people need to also recharge their emotional batteries as well. It doesn't necessarily mean that they don't care about you. But ultimately, there is a time and a place when you do need to actually just stop talking to someone as much. It's not always a case of cutting someone off outright. It's sometimes a case of having a list of people and how high you have people on that priority list. That is sometimes more the course of action to take. So you might have people who are at the top of your priority list because they're always making an effort with you and you're making an effort with them, and therefore they're high on your priority list of people to talk to. On the other hand, you might have people who make less effort with you, and as a result, they are lower on that priority list of people to make an effort with and to do favors out of the blue for in the middle of the night, etc. And that list is subject to change. So it starts making less effort with you, then you put them lower down that list. Ultimately, you should never be childish about these things. I used to maybe be a little bit childish about these things. Thing is, if you cut everyone off, you're going to have no support network and no friends. And you might cut people off who are going through some things, and that is the reason they're not talking to you. But ultimately, I would say that good indications that you should sometimes put people lower down your priority list, or you should stop talking to someone, is if everything is going well in their life, they seem to be doing great, and there seems to be no obvious problem, and everything's going well for them, and they've just stopped making an effort with you, or they start to move up the social ladder and they stop making an effort with you, then these are situations where I would consider cutting ties with an individual. Things are going well for them all of a sudden, and now they stop talking to you, or everything seems to be going great in their life, or you also see them, thirdly, you also see them making a noticeable effort with other people, but not yourself. I remember when I was really good friends with someone, and we then went to different institutions for education, or we were always in different institutions, but this person went to a new institution for education and the effort this person made with me declined significantly. So this is an example, you know, someone goes to a new institution, they meet new people, new social setting, everything's fresh, and they start making less of an effort with you. So these are examples of when you should consider moving people lower down your priority list, and you should also consider cutting ties with individuals. But ultimately, don't just think, oh, this person's making less effort with me, or this person's making no effort with me, it's time for them to be gone. That's not necessarily the case. But I would definitely say mirroring energies is definitely more of the course of action that I would look to take, because at the end of the day, we all are busy people, or we should be. You know, if you're not a busy person and you feel no one's making an effort with you, then you should maybe look at your life and, are you busy? Have you got goals, dreams, aspirations? Because if not, then, you know, you may be the problem. Everyone else may be trying to live their life and do the best they can, whereas you are just sitting there waiting for people to get, you're sitting there waiting for people to get back to you. You're sitting there waiting for people to get back to you. Then that could be you that's the problem. Always check yourself first. But, you know, if you're busy and everyone else is busy and they're not making an effort with you, then it could be time for you to mirror energies. You know, it could be time for you to mirror energies. And I think that is often the best course of action to take. Not in an immature way, but at the end of the day, you know, if I'm making an effort with someone and I feel that, you know, I'm a very busy person. If I make an effort with someone, that's a big thing. And it's not a big thing in the sense of, you know, I'm so important, look at what I'm doing. No, that's not what I'm saying. If I make an effort with someone, it's quite a big thing for me, because I can't just, typically speaking, I don't have time to make effort with a lot of people. So if I'm making an effort with someone, then, you know, it's a big thing in that sense. Not that I think that I'm so important, not in that sense, but in the sense that, you know, I can't make an effort with a lot of people. And so if you're doing that and the other person's not reciprocating, then you may have to move that person lower down your priority list. Not in a bitter way or anything like that, just in the sense that, you know, we need to look at who we're prioritizing. But just to round off, don't be so hasty. Give people time. Try and understand that you're not seeing things, you know, always from their perspective. Try and see it from their perspective as much as possible, but ultimately protect your energy as well, because you matter. And sometimes, you know, other people forget that, but you do matter. So sometimes the best course of action to take is more just to mirror energies. But anyway, let me know what you think about what you should do when people make no effort or little effort with you. Let me know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, hit the notification bell so you get a notification when I make a new video. If you appreciate my work and want to leave a donation, there's a link for that in the description. With that, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one. For mortgage advice tailored towards your individual needs, contact PGB Mortgages today. Let them guide you through your home buying journey. Contact details are in the description.